Hello everyone, in this video I'll be showing you how to use Microsoft Sway. Go to your browser and type in office.com and then you will have this page. Click on the sign in if you already have an account with Microsoft. If you do not have an account, click on it and then it will present you with this page. Click on the create one and create an account with Microsoft. Before I start, what is Sway? Sway is an application designed by Microsoft that lets you create and share presentations, personal stories, interactive reports, newsletters, and more. You can also search and import important content from other sources. Now, the good thing about Sway is that it's completely free. You do not have to pay to use it. All you need to do is to have access to office.com or Outlook, and then you have access to these applications. There are two versions of Sway, the web version or the Windows version. The Windows version serves as a container for the web version of Sway. It doesn't matter, whichever one you use will give you the same functionality. There are different ways to having access to Sway app. Once you sign in to office.com, you have access to this page. Now, it's either you find Sway here being displayed, or you can click on the All Apps and you find Sway. If it's not there, another way you can find Sway is to go to the App Launcher. Click on that part, you'll find Sway. If it's not there, then you click on the All Apps, scroll down and you will find Sway. So while it's on my first page, I'll go ahead and click on the Sway. So once you click on the Sway app, it's going to bring you to a page like this. It's either you find this page or you find something like this. Okay, so whichever one you say, it's all good. I'm going to take you through the process. So in this particular page, it says welcome to Sway. So if you have something like this, it's all good as well. All right, so I'll go through this part where I have welcome to Sway. Here you have, from this plus button, I can create new, and here start from a topic. Right, you can click on that and then you start from a topic, and here start from a document. I can upload a document from my computer. So if I scroll a little bit down, I will show you Sway do have templates. Okay, so if I do click on this newsletter template, it's going to take me straight to a page like this. So if you want to work with a template, you can go ahead, click on start editing the Sway, and then you work on through editing and customizing your Sway. Alright, so if you are doing a DIY project, you click on that and then it will give you something similar like this, where you can click on this part, start editing the Sway, and then you customize your Sway. So I'm taking you back to what you can find. So there are several templates that you would find here. I want to go back to this part. Here says more templates. So if I click on that, you will see there are several templates you can actually work with. Alright, CV, student reports, all depends on what project you are working on. Alright, so I want to start on working on new blank Sway so you can see how this all works out. So I'll click on the new. So once Sway opens, you will notice on this page there are only two tabs here. So I'm just going to zoom this a little bit so you can see. So here I have the storyline. So the storyline is where I build my content and organize how my Sway would look like. The next tab I'm talking about is the design tab. This is where you bring your Sway to life by adding different designs. I'm going to talk about this particular tab when I finish adding content to my Sway. Alright, so this rectangle section is called or referred to as a card. Okay, I hope you understand is referred to as a card. So I have to start building my content, and the title will be called Grafted Technology. Alright, so I already typed it out. I'm going to paste it there. Remember, I want to talk about graphic technology. Remember, one of the things you can do in Sway is to tell your story. Okay, so here I'll be talking about Grafted technology, which is a learning hub. So I will use that to demonstrate how you can use Sway. So I'm just going to zoom this aspect so you would see this section is where you would add your background. Just click on that. I'll show you how that works. So I'll click on that and you would see by my right hand side that I have a section by the right hand side. So from this side you can add a background to your story or to your Sway. Now it depends on what you're talking about. If you're talking about animals, so I'm sure you want to search for a background that has animal background. And food, if your story is about restaurants, you might want to get it here. And nature, science, and all of that. You can also get a picture from your computer. So you can get a picture from OneDrive for Business, and here suggested. So I'm just going to close that. So if I click on that suggested, I can get picture from OneDrive, Flickr, Bing Images, Picket, YouTube. From this section also I can just grab a picture from my computer. You can also, or I can also search here and get what I want. So I'll just click on this part. So let's see what kind of background we have here. Alright, so I have a background here. Depending on what I'm working on, I can just choose any background here. Now the good thing about this background is that they are Creative Commons only. So I just want to let you see that. You can see Creative Commons only. So alright, so another way you can add a background to your Sway is to drag and drop. So if you look over here, you can drag and drop. So I have a picture from my computer, so I'm just going to drag that and dump at that point. So while it's uploading, let's just hold on. Alright, so my image has been uploaded to the background. So back to the card. So there are a few things I haven't talked about here. If you look here, I have emphasize. So I can just select a section or the title there and click on the emphasize. So what it does is it makes that point bold. I can add italic to this point by clicking there. I can also add a link to the title. So I'm going to take off that. So that's what that section does. Another thing I haven't talked about is the focus point. Now the focus point is about the picture. So it gives me preview of how this image or background looks like in a mobile setting here, and this is how it's going to look like in a desktop. Okay, so the mobile is cool, but the desktop is not alright. So I can make it change the focus point by clicking and showing exactly what I want to show, I want to see from the desktop section. And then I can click, if I want my face to show, I can click on two parts. So I like what I see, I can go ahead and click on the close. Another thing is, if you want to show the image, if everything is important, then you can put a check on this box. All right, and then okay, let me put a check there. So you see what it looks like here, both on the mobile set and on desktop. I'll take that out, okay, and position it again. So I just want my face to show. So that's how this works. I like what I see on both mobile and the desktop settings. So I'll go ahead and please close that section. Okay, so back to the card. If you look over here, you would see this tiny cross here. Okay, so it's where I can click to add more content. So I'll click on that. So by default, you would see suggested template. I have here heading, I have first, I have image, I can add image tag, and I can also upload. And here there are tabs. I can add heading and text. I can also add image, media, image, video, audio. I can upload. Here group tab, I can do all of that and make comparison, but I want to add a test. Okay, so I can go here, click on the tab and click on the test. Okay, so this section comes out. I have already copied what Grafted Technology YouTube channel does, so that's what I'm pasting here. Remember, I'm telling a story about the YouTube channel Grafted Technology, so that's what the test talks about. Okay, so if you look here closely, I'm just going to zoom that section. Okay, so here there are two boxes there, so I'm just going to explain what that means. So this one is subtool, so it leaves this test the way it is. So if I click on this other one, it makes it larger. All right, so that's the difference between those two. So if I go back to the subtool, so that's what I get, and the moderate, so it's called moderate. So I like what I see. So if it were a video that I have here, it's still going to make the video larger. So the next thing I want to add is to add an image. So I'll click on that, insert content, and then go to where I have image, click on that. Like here, it took me straight to the image part, so you can either click on there and then it will show. Here you can search for the image that you want online, but this time I want to get my image from my computer, so I'll just drag and dump it there. While it's uploading, I'll then put a test here. This is just to let you know that most of the videos here are made using laptop. So for those of you who want to start creating videos, you can go ahead if you have a laptop. It's that easy. So the focus point, I'll click there to see what it looks like. All right, so if you see by the mobile part, mobile device is okay, but not that clear by desktop. So I'll click on that part, the focus point, and then I'll click here. Let's see. Okay, cool. By the desktop, I like what I see, so that is okay by me. I will close this part. So I'll go ahead and insert more content. So this time I want to insert heading, and this heading I'm going to title it my first video on YouTube. So I'll copy that and paste it over here, titled how to curate mail merge. So I'm just going to emphasize on that title, so I'll select and make an emphasis on the title, so which is okay for me. So that's the title of the video. So under this heading, I want it to be nice to add the video link. So I'll go ahead, click on the media. Here is the video. I'll click insert the video. So over insert the video, because it's a YouTube video, I'll click from the suggested. So I want to choose YouTube. Here I can then search for the video. So I can there are different ways to search for this video. I can either here search for my YouTube channel, which is Grafted Technology, or I can copy this title here, how to create mail merge Word 2016, and then paste it here. So that's what I would do. I'll paste that word and search for it. So once it's coming, alright, so I will scroll. There are quite a lot of videos. So this is the video that I created, which is 7 minutes. So I'll click on it and click on the add button. So if you look here, I do have the video there. So this will come directly under this heading. So I can make this emphasize on this videos here, like I showed you initially. This is subtool, this is moderate, and I want to click on that particular one. Okay, so this particular heading will make the video intense. So I can further add more caption here. Alright, so what I wrote here is it was interesting making this video since it was my first YouTube video on the internet. So I'll go ahead and insert more content. This time I would call it the heading, and the heading here I will call it photos. photos. Alright, so I want to add a text to these photos. What kind of photos and what are they about? Alright, so I just want to copy that and paste here, and I'll make it moderate. Alright, so these are some tutorial videos you will find in this channel or on this channel. Watch them and let me know your thoughts. So I want to add more content under the photos. So here I'll insert more content, and this time I want to click on the group. Here let's go with the automatic. So I want to add pictures on that part based on the heading that I talked about initially. So I'll select group of photos on my computer and paste them, drag and drop it here. If you look here, you would see that the pictures have finished uploading via the group automatic. Alright, and I also added some captions beside the photo just to let my audience understand what that photo talks about. Alright, so the last photo here, I didn't put a caption, so just to let you know, you can leave your photo like that, or you add a caption to further describe what that photo stands for. Another thing I like to show you is by clicking on this photo, I can simply move it around and place it exactly where I want it to be. Alright, so you can see that that photo moved around. So if I scroll further up, you will see here this symbol here means I can show detail of that heading. Alright, this is a heading. I can click on that, hide the detail. So each part here, the details, I can hide the detail. That's so it minimizes the sway story. Here I have photos, I can hide detail. This way I have, if I scroll up, it's now smaller. So when you see these are each headings, you can click on each of the headings to show detail, more detail about that particular heading. And the same thing, I can click and move this heading around. So the next thing I want to talk about is the design. Remember initially when we started, I said I was going to talk about the design when I finish adding the content. So back to the second tab in my sway. So I'll click on that to see what my design looks like after I have finished adding content. So I'll scroll through so you'll see what this looks like. Alright, so this is what it looks like at the moment. If I do not like this, remember I added some content to this pictures to further explain them. Alright, and here was an emphasis when I made this I emphasized this title here. Okay, so this is what it looks like. I can further, alright, add styles to my sway over here. So I'll go ahead and click on the style button. So here by the style button, there are different things. By default, the styles section, the sway comes in vertical format, so which is what you have seen initially, right? Okay, so I'll just click on the horizontal and see what it looks. Okay, this means this is the horizontal aspect. This means I can just click here and then I will see what's going on, just like that. Most people might not like this. This was the video I inserted, the YouTube video. Alright, so another way you may want to present your sway story is by slide version. This looks like your PowerPoint, the slide section, and not everybody will like this. So I think I like it by the default format, the vertical format. So going further down, here is I can further customize my sway by adding colors, typography, and textures. So I can click there and it will take me to this part where I can add more colors, customize it, and all of that. So I'll move a little bit down, which is the color palette. So this color palette, I can click any of the section and then it will place that particular color design or the design on this template to my sway story. Okay, I'll go a little bit back And this section, currently this is what I have. I can go ahead and click any of these and you'll see what comes out here. So if I click on that, it's loading on this left hand side of my sway. Alright, so this is what I see, but if you look at this, you will notice that the picture isn't showing that properly. Alright, so that was the heading and all of that. I don't like what I see, so I can further go ahead, click on another design. Okay, so this time the heading is on the face. Alright, can you see all of that, what it looks like? Okay, so I think I like what I had initially, so I'll go there and undo. Okay, so I think I like what I have here. Another thing that Sway can do for you, these are different designs you can apply to your story, Sway story. Another thing is you can actually apply remix here. Sway can help you remix your story. Here, this button is about remix. Okay, so if I click on the remix, Sway helps me to further design my story line, but this time you put it at the horizontal, which means I have to click the side, but I want it to be the vertical section. But if you further look, you will also see that the color here has changed. So it depends on what design or what it is you really want your sway to look like. So I'll go back, further back, and just leave it at the initial color that I have. Okay, this is the initial thing I had. So I like what I see. This was just for you to see that you can apply different things to sway, and sway have different templates that you can just click and you have a very good design. So I like what I see. I'll go ahead and close the styles pane. Down below here, you would see that thumbnail. So this is it. I'll tell you how that works. I'll click on it, and what this does that it gives me different headings, so I can easily click on each of those heading. It takes me straight to that heading and I can look at what I have there. I can click again and then I can just go to the first and it takes me straight to that section. Looking at the top of my sway, this part is play, so I'll click on that play section. What this does is it gives my audience, or gives me an idea of what my audience will see when I share this particular sway story to them. This is how it's going to appear, and that's the video I initially inserted. It's popping out there. Alright, and these are the photos I added. Alright, so this is what it's going to look like when my audience, or the people I share this to, would look at it. And just beside it, I can further edit my sway story if I want to do that. Here is the share button, and of what use is it if I don't share my sway story to people to see? Sway is not just something you create and let it lie there. You can share to people. So Sway gives you that button where you can share the sway. So I'll click on that button. By the first section, if I click there, it says specific people or groups. So here you can share your sway to specific people. So this is the link. I can copy this link and send it out to people via email, or I can attach email addresses here and click on the invite section. Alright, so if I go to that point where it says those in your organization, you can share your story to people in your organization. Invite people, you see the section where it says invite people to, so by default you have this to view, you have people to view it. Unless you want someone to edit, then you can check on this. People can then edit, then you send the link to them. Anyone with a link, now anyone with a link can view. Now you want probably people to, it's more like a marketing stuff, and you want people to view this link, so this section will be the best to check. Anyone with a link can view it, and then you copy this link and share to people. And here I'll click on that section. Here I can get a visual link for people to view. So that's what that does. I can copy this and also share it to people. Alright, so I'll go further down to let you see. I can share this sway story to my Facebook, to Twitter, and to LinkedIn. Okay, so I'm just going to click somewhere else, and if you looked up here, this is the ellipsis there. Here you can get further information on how to further design your sway. Here, assuming you want to make a printout, you can click on that ellipsis and it gives you the option to make a printout of your sway. So another thing I like to show you is when you're adjusting your browser window. So I click by the edge there and I want to adjust this. You will see clearly here that sway adjusts nicely to any device screen. It doesn't matter if you're using a tablet or a mobile phone. So it adjusts really nicely. You can see it over there. So this is really cool stuff. Okay, so I'll just maximize this. I'll quickly get back to my sway by clicking on the home page here, return to my sway page. So that will take a little bit of time. So if you look here, you would see that I'm back to the home page of sway. You will see that what I had edited, it's showing right here. So the good thing about sway is that while you're creating, it saves automatically in the cloud. It's not like the usual Microsoft Word where you have to click on save or save as. Once you start creating, it saves automatically. I can further click on this my sway story to further edit it. Thank you for watching. Let me know if this video was helpful. Drop your comment in the comment section below and like, share, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed to this channel for more tech tips and tutorials like this. I'll see you in my next video.